Hi. When you own a website, one of the issues is that you put up images that are too big. That slows down your website. And that can be annoying for your visitors coming to visit your website because it takes very long for pages to load. It's also very bad from a search engine point of view because Google doesn't like slow loading pages, basically. So you kind of have to address that by crunching down the size of your images as much as possible. There are some tools built into websites that do this for you, but in case you haven't got that built into your website, you'll need to do it externally. This website here, imageresize.org, is quite a good solution to that. So I'm just going to walk you through using this. So when you come to the site, the tool that you want is basically the first thing that you see. And it is basically this dialog box over here. If I choose my image that I'm going to use, I will use this one. So this image that I've chosen is 3.5 meg, which would be enormous for a website. You don't want that, especially on a mobile device. It'll just take forever to download, which is a really bad thing. So we want to reduce the size of that substantially. So that image has now been imported into the environment. Now I might have taken a picture of a picture. Let's say I'm an artist or something like that. I've taken a picture of my work and I want to cut out the frame of it and make it a little bit neater. That's where crop is quite useful. So I'll choose the crop thing. And then I get these little crosshairs and I can click and drag across the image, and then I can use these handles to manipulate that even further and get exactly the image that I want. Okay, so let's say that's exactly what I wanted. I now click apply and it's going to crop the image to that size, to that shape rather. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about resizing it down. So it's going to actually make it a little bit smaller. You can see right now it's actually 4,000 pixels across, and we want to crunch that down quite a lot. So I'm going to go for a custom size, which is what I usually do, and I'll usually go for about an 800 pixel wide image on if I'm going to upload it to a site. That's if it's just going to be used as this one is here. If it was going to be used in the full width of the website, you have to bear in mind that you are you're pushing out to screens that are sort of 2,000 pixels wide, so you don't want to have a picture that's only 800 wide. You want a much bigger one. But for the most part, your pictures are not going to show up on your website much bigger than this anyway. So let's say for a general idea, go for 800 unless you're pushing it out as a very big image. Once I've selected that, then I'm going to choose which quality I want to push out. If I choose a good quality image, it's going to be decent enough quality that it's not going to be blurred or very badly pixelated, but it's also going to be a nice small file size, which is kind of the point of this operation. If I choose JPEG, I'm doing that for pictures in particular. If I was going to use a graph or a pie chart or some sort of graphic, then PNG would be a better choice. But for pictures, JPEG is a good choice. It's got good compression for that. And then once I've done those choices, I can now just save and download the image. Bear in mind that there is advertising on this website, which sits just above the save and download image part up here, and there might be buttons that sort of look like save and download buttons, which are done intentionally by the advertiser so that you'll click on it, but just be aware of this is actually the button that you need to click, not whatever's in the advertising here if you want to get this image out. Okay, so I click that and it does all of its thinking. Here you can see the original size was 3.3 meg. It's now been crunched down to 94K, which is a decent size. That's fine. It's not going to take a long time to load, even on a mobile device. It's perfect. And At that point, I just want to download my image. I could also convert it to a PDF or a PNG. I'm not interested in doing that. I just want a nice JPEG to put onto my website. Again, bear in mind that this does have advertising. There might be something up here that actually looks like a big download button, so just be aware. Don't click on the advert. Click on the download button below, the one that's next to these other two buttons. Right? When I click that, it'll bring up my normal Mac dialog, and I will save it wherever I want. Okay, I've got it defaulted to save to my downloads folder, just so that I know where things are all the time. When I open up my Finder window and go to my downloads folder, I can see that there is the one that I've just done. And if I open that, I can see that the quality is just fine. So I can upload that to my website now and be happy that I'm still putting across all the right information and it still looks good.